Now that we had a plan, we needed a trailer. Here's the story of how we got one. All right, guys, we're really excited because we might be buying our trailer right now. We have a 2.5-hour drive. We called the guy. He had 25 other inquiries when he woke up this morning. He just posted it last night?
Last night, yeah.
And so, but Ben called and didn't send a message.
Old school. Picked up the phone and called it.
People want to be talked to, I think. So yeah, Ben called him this morning and we talked about it a bit, and then he called him back and said, we're gonna come and we're gonna drive the 2.5 hours to check it out, and he said that he would hold it for us. So we are now driving. We've got our trailer front, and we actually have $60 maybe more than he's asking for it, so it's kind of exactly what we've saved. It's the right weight, it's the right length. I don't think there's any problems, so we're gonna check it out, and we might be coming home with a trailer today. Girls, what do you think?
I think this is crazy. I think it's crazy.
We might be buying our next house.
A house on wheels.
Ben, thoughts?
Well, we're going to move from our 1,300 square foot house to a 19-foot trailer. Do the math on that one.
It has 6 beds, so we have more than enough space. Well, not 6 beds, it sleeps 6. So that's more than we need. Malia's like not even a full person. I mean, technically, Mabel isn't either.
What is she, like a half person?
Yeah.
There's a 4th person.
Let's do some math here.
So, we'll let you know how it goes. We will see.
Turns out it was exactly what we were looking for, so we hooked it up and came home with a trailer.
Okay, first meal.
We got burgers.
Burgers.
Well, Kenzie is not here, so it's not really our first meal with the whole entire
No,
family.
Mackenzie's not with us, but we bought a trailer. Guys, we bought a trailer.
Woohoo!
So it was ours, but it didn't really feel like ours. It was in great shape, but it wasn't really our style, so we got right to work remodeling. The first thing we had to do was take everything apart. We ripped out floors, we took off cabinet doors, we took beds apart. Everything had to come undone for us to get started. All right, so remodeling this trailer kind of means remodeling this trailer. We are taking everything apart just about and finding things that like might be kind of tricky to paint, but we're gonna figure it out. So we're gonna take off all of this fabric. We are painting everything white. None of this speckled stuff. Hey!
Sorry about that.
And we're gonna be gutting everything. We're gonna take all these out. I'm gonna recover the cushions with something a little bit more modern. We're gonna be painting everything white. The beds are staying the same. A lot of the fixtures and cabinets are staying the same. So what we're working on now is we're just taking all the cabinet doors off, all of everything, wallpaper, so that we can paint. We're gonna get started painting. It's gonna be white in here. I think we might remodel and put in a new table. The table's the one thing that's kind of flimsy. So yeah, we'll be doing that. We'll let you know how it goes. Well, we didn't quite know what we were getting ourselves into, but we took out the carpet and we took out the floor. I mean, not the floor, the flooring. The linoleum, see, real nice right there. Which we were rolling on, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. We were gonna put in some nice floor and we didn't want the carpet in here anyway. However, right here that you see was where our bed was. And as you can see, it's not there anymore. It appears that they have fixed a few things. And so there's a few things where, and it had said in the papers that there was dry rot and they replaced the ceiling, the roof. outside. So it's all sealed and it's all good. However, it seems like they might have replaced a little bit of plywood in the base of the trailer, and they did not remove the bed. And so what happened is when we went to check the storage under the bed, I stepped in here and it crunchy'd. And so if you can see, there's a major wave in this linoleum. So we're guessing this entire piece of plywood needs to be taken out and replaced. So, you know, with anything, you open a can of worms, and that's where we're at. So I'm sitting here taking out teeny tiny staples from the carpet, and Ben is going to be replacing plywood so that we can get on with our painting project as it started. But we're glad we found it now, because if we had put in a bunch of things in here to store under the bed and then we found the problem when we've already moved out of our house, that would be a problem. So I guess it's all how it's supposed to happen. More to come. So seriously, I hadn't thought about how long it's gonna take off all of the hinges and the handles off of all of these doors. There's a lot of cabinets in that thing. So I'm gonna take off all of the hardware, and then we're gonna prime them and paint them. All right, so you wanna get all up here, especially where the screws came out, and all up in there.
Up here?
Yep, nice job. Did you get the whole thing?
Yeah, I think.
Flip it over.
No, my saying there?
The whole side.
And now you got it. What is that?
This is gonna take the longest, I think, of the whole process. So it's been hours and days, and I'm not sure about this decision, but I did it because my daughter said that we should paint the cabinets purple. So I painted the cabinets purple, and I painted everything else white. Oops, twisting. There you go. So yeah. So we went with purple. It might be a bit much, but it's definitely a pop. I think that once the countertops change to a marbly white and gray, that it might be better, and there's pulse. I don't know. We're gonna see. I might be losing my mind. fancy tile. Comes in sticker form.
Wait, in video too.
Look at this thing, the Layton Special. There it is. Bingo! We did it! Welcome to my new home.
So it's small, but it's ours, and now it feels like our home. Now we can get on to the next step, and that is packing up our house and figuring out how to live in this new tiny home. It's going to be a lot of work, but we're excited to get started on our great big adventure.
I've got some fancy new gray curtains all tied up to go with my cushions. I got this table that I can eat out. This table, it turns into a bed. I don't know if you guys knew that for RVs. So we've got, little things like the subway tile and the floor and obviously painting it.
I feel like we just made a mini version of our house.
We did. It took a lot less time.
We didn't want a very big trailer. Like, a lot of people who have seen what we purchased said the trailer is really small.
That's not big enough.
It's not big enough. How are you going to live in that? And yes, it's small, and there are 6 of us. Like, no doubt about that. This is a small trailer. But this is actually the size we were looking for. We plan on spending most of our time outside of the trailer, not necessarily inside of it.
I learned this new word. It's called macrame. I guess it's fancy word for woven stuff. But we put the mint in there. We also have these cool curtains. It kind of makes it feel like a, like we're on a ship. Kind of feel like we're on a ship, a yacht.
That part. Cut that part.